Some jobs are just jobs, but sometimes you stumble upon something with a story. In an old dusty garage, I found a ghost beneath a canvas tarp, a 1972 Honda CB350, left to die but not forgotten. Most would see junk, but I saw history. It deserved a second chance. Even in ruin, you could imagine the freedom it once promised. The journey from rust to road would be long, but that's the point. The ghost in the garage was about to get a new lease on life. Lifting the tarp revealed the true extent of neglect, a portrait of decay. Rust was everywhere, eating into chrome, flaking exhaust pipes, and a fuel tank that had lost its luster. The bike looked like it had been pulled from a lake, not a garage. Tires were flat and cracked, wiring a tangled, frayed mess. Starting this bike? Impossible. The engine was seized solid, the carburetors gummed up, the chain fused with rust. Every component, from engine to screws, needed attention. But beneath the grime, the frame was straight and strong, the engine casings uncracked. That's what you look for, a solid foundation. You can fix rust, replace wires, rebuild engines, but a bent frame or cracked block, that's the end. This was a true barn find, a mess, but a beautiful, complete mess. All the parts were there, waiting to be cleaned, repaired, and brought back to life. The core was good. The rest was just work. Sometimes the ugliest finds are the most rewarding. This bike was a diamond in the rough, and we were ready to start digging. The transformation would begin with hope and hard work. Before turning a single wrench, we needed a plan. Restoration without a plan is just disassembly. You end up lost in a sea of parts. We inspected every inch, taking photos and notes. These would be our guide for reassembly. Every broken part, every rusty bolt, every missing piece was documented. The assessment was grim full engine rebuild, new electrical system, frame restoration, wheels, and tank work. We committed to a complete frame-off restoration, every piece inspected, cleaned, repaired, or replaced. Organization was key. Every part went into a labeled bag. It seemed tedious, but it would save us from chaos later. We started sourcing parts, online forums, eBay, specialty suppliers. The hunt was a job in itself. We set a one-year timeline, breaking the project into phases: disassembly, engine rebuild, frame and bodywork, final assembly. A plan and timeline turned an overwhelming task into manageable steps. The battle was about to begin, but now we had our strategy. We were ready to get dirty. Every great project starts with a blueprint. Ours was set. Now it was time to act. The real work was about to begin, and we were ready. Disassembly began. The real dirty work. Each part removed revealed more of the bike's story and its challenges. We started with the easy stuff: seat, tank, side covers. But rusted bolts soon fought back, mocking our wrenches. Patience was our best tool. Rushing meant broken bolts and bigger headaches. Penetrating oil, gentle taps, and sometimes heat were our weapons. Stubborn bolts eventually surrendered with a satisfying creak. Removing the exhaust and wheels was a battle. Seized axles, rusted nuts. Our bagging and tagging system kept chaos at bay. Slowly, the machine came apart. Engine out, swing arm off, forks disassembled. Soon, all that remained was a bare frame on a stand. The garage floor became a carefully organized collection of labeled parts. It looked like we'd gone backward, but this was progress. Deconstruction was complete. Now the real magic could begin. Every piece told a story of neglect and of potential. The next chapter, rebuilding. The hardest part was over. The fun was about to start. The ghost was ready for resurrection. With the engine on the bench, it was time for surgery. Opening an old engine is like an archaeological dig. Each layer tells a story. The pistons were frozen in rust, water having welded them in place. We soaked them in penetrating oil for days, then gently tapped them free. With the engine apart, every part was cleaned, inspected, and measured. Worn cylinders were bored out, new pistons and rings fitted, bearings replaced. Valves were lapped for a perfect seal, every gasket and seal renewed. No shortcuts. Do it right or do it twice. Reassembly was the most satisfying part. Clean parts, precise work. Each component was lubricated and carefully installed. The engine came together, piece by piece, until it was whole again. The heart of the beast was ready to beat. From a seized lump to a mechanical work of art. The hardest part was behind us. The engine was alive, at least in spirit. Soon, it would roar. The heartbeat was ready. The soul of the bike was coming back. While the engine was rebuilt, we focused on the bike's skeleton and skin. The frame, tank, and fenders needed to be perfect. We stripped them to bare metal. Grease, rust, and old paint gone. Dents in the tank were carefully hammered out, rust treated, and cracks inspected. Prep work is 90% of a good paint job. We found the original 1972 Honda Candy Gold paint code, a 3-step process for that deep, shimmering finish. A makeshift paint booth kept dust away as we applied each coat with care. Watching the color transform dull metal into vibrant gold was magical. The frame got a durable gloss black, just like factory. After curing, we wet sanded and polished for a mirror shine. The result, stunning, better than new. The old soul now had a beautiful new coat. The transformation was visual and emotional. The bike was starting to look like a legend again. The next step, bringing it all together. The soul was ready for its new life. The stage was set for reassembly. With the engine rebuilt and the frame gleaming, it was time for reassembly. Piece by piece, the bike took shape. Front forks, swing arm, wheels, all restored. Every bolt cleaned, every nut torqued to spec. The electrical system was all new. A modern harness, electronic ignition, and careful wiring. The rebuilt engine was lowered into the frame. A tense but triumphant moment. Carburetors rebuilt, new chain fitted, chromed exhaust pipes installed. Cosmetic pieces, tank, seat, fenders, side covers, went on last. New handlebars, grips, and cables completed the look. Every part was either new or restored. The pile of rusty parts was now a complete, beautiful machine. It looked showroom fresh, 1972 all over again. All the hard work, late nights, and busted knuckles led to this. The bike was almost ready. The transformation was nearly complete. The anticipation was electric. The ghost was about to awaken. The finish line was in sight. The spark of life was just a kick away. The moment of truth had arrived. After a year of work, it was time to see if the resurrection was real. Final checks, fresh oil, new fuel, battery connected. The neutral light glowed, a hopeful sign. The garage was silent, everyone watching. I turned the petcock, waited for the carbs to fill, checked for leaks. None. Choke on, a twist of the throttle, heart pounding. Key on, kickstarter out, a deep breath. First kick, a cough. Second, a sputter and a puff of smoke. Third kick, the engine roared to life. Not a cough, but a glorious roar echoing through the garage. The bike settled into a rough idle, then smoothed out with a few adjustments. It was alive. Smiles all around. We had done it. The ghost was a ghost no more. The first roar was a promise of miles to come. The journey was worth every struggle. The machine was ready for the road. The legend had returned. The resurrection was complete. The transformation was complete. The sad relic we found was now a work of art. Candy gold paint gleaming, chrome sparkling, engine humming. Every part rebuilt, every detail perfect. Rolling it into the sunlight, the bike looked better than new. The first ride was surreal, responsive, smooth, full of soul. This was the payoff for all the hard work. More than fixing a machine, we saved a piece of history. In a disposable world, restoring something old is deeply satisfying. This bike is now a story of neglect, rebirth, and redemption. If you have an old project, don't be afraid to start. It will be hard, but the reward is like no other. The journey from rust to road is over, but the adventure is just beginning. The bike is ready for new memories. Thanks for following along. Now go get your hands dirty.